Hi everyone, and today in this video we are going to look at 3 companies which I think are going to do very good in the coming future. So everything today I will discuss over here is my opinion and it's not a buy or sell recommendation. So the first company I am very bullish on is Subros. So Subros is in the manufacturing of the AC, which is specifically to the cars, and as we can see over here that they have 42% market share in the passenger car segment and they have 54% market share in the truck segment. And recently, few months ago, there was a news that for all trucks it's going to be compulsory that they need to install ACs. So after this news, the only listed company in this segment is Subros, and if you look at their product portfolio, so they make compressors, condensers, radiators. So I'm going to tag one video in the description where you can see how an AC is made, and along with that it will also give you complete explanation that which part is essential in the AC. And even if you look at their top clients, so they have Maruti Suzuki, Tata Motors, M&M, then even Renault. So we can say they have a good brand value and they are catering to some big companies. Now let's take a quick look at some of the financial ratios. So they have a market cap of 7,300 crores. So it's a small cap company and they have a PE of 47. So valuation wise, I think it's currently trading at a very fair valuation, because if you look at their ROC and ROE, so ROC is 20% and ROE is 14.5%, and along with that they also have a PEG ratio of less than 1, which is a very good sign. And next, if you look at their historical P ratio, so currently with a P ratio of 46.7 as we saw earlier, so it's currently trading at its median PE valuation in the last 5 years. And next, if you look at their financials, so in March 2022 they had a revenue of 2,240 crores with EBITDA margin of 7%. So historically the company financial has been very volatile with 1,100 crores of revenue from March 2014, but after 2022 we can see the revenue has been increasing and currently with a revenue of 3,336 crores. And even if you compare their EBITDA margins, so in 2022 they had a margin of 7% and now currently it's 10%. And now just take a look at their PAT, which was 32 crores in 2022. Now it's currently 156 crores. So that is a 5x jump in their PAT. Then next, if you look at their balance sheet, so currently they have reserves of 1,080 crores. So that's a very huge number compared to their borrowings of only 41 crores. So another good sign for the company that they are running their operations with very low debt. And next, if you look at their cash flows, so currently their CFO is 175 crores, which is a good sign. And because all of these reasons, the ROCE, which was 7%, now it's currently 20%. And next, let's come to another interesting data point, which is the FI holdings. So over here, as we can see, Denso Corp, they have a 20% holding in this company, and Suzuki Motor has almost 12% stake in the company. So this is definitely a very good sign, because if big companies are backing Subros, so they are very confident and they have done their research thoroughly. And now let's take a look at their technicals. So I have been tracking this company since end of April when it was trading almost 550 to 600 rupees, and after that when the news came from the government of India, now it's currently trading at 1,100 rupees. And just look at this momentum and high volumes in the last 4 months. So after looking this, we can definitely see the big companies are interested in buying Subros. And now let's come to second company, which is Anantraj. For some viewers, it might be very obvious that why I am discussing this company. So Anantraj is majorly a real estate player, but recently they have also diversified their revenue in the data center segment. So currently with a market cap of almost 24,000 crores and a PE of 52.5, earlier their PE was much more higher, but afterwards it corrected a lot and now currently it's trading at a valuation of 52.5 with the ROC and ROE of almost 12%. And if you look at their PEG ratio, so it's 0.54, which is very low compared to the other real estate players. And if you look at their historical PE ratio and its median PE, so currently it's almost trading to its median PE if you compare it to the last 5 years. And just look at the EPS bar, it's rising each quarter on quarter. And next, if you compare Anantraj with other players, so as we can see over here, the ROC and ROE wise, so it's almost competing with big players where Lodha and Oberoi Realty, they have the highest ROE and ROC in this segment. And if you look at the PEG ratio, so Anantraj is currently having the lowest PEG ratio. Next, if you look at their financial numbers, so in March 2020, they had a revenue of 276 crores. And if you compare this number from March 2014, so the revenue dipped from 483 crores to 276 crores. But after that, as they diversified their revenue in the data center segment, we can see a huge jump in the revenue, where currently the revenue is almost 2200 crores. And just take a look at their operating profit. So in March 2021, the EBITDA was 35 crores and now currently it's 539 crores. So that's a very crazy jump we can see over here. And even if we take a look at their PAT, so in March 2021, they had a PAT of 9 crores, but from 9 crores, now it's almost 460 crores. Next, if you look at their balance sheet, so their reserves have also increased from 2400 crores to almost 4100 crores in March 2025, and their debt have also significantly reduced. Next, if you look at their cash flow, so the cash flow has been very volatile, where if we compare from March 2022, it was 423 crores, but now it's 97 crores, which was negative last year. But overall, if you look at the net cash flow, so that has been positive. And in the ratio part, just look at their ROC, which was only 1-2%, but now it's currently 11%. And lastly, if you look at their shareholding pattern, so there are different type of mutual funds like Axis Mutual Fund, even Tata Mutual Fund, specifically the small cap fund, and even Kotak Mahindra. So these three funds have almost 1.5% stake in this company. Now let's take a look at their technicals. So in March 24, it was trading at a price of 350 rupees, and after that it gave a very good bull run and it made a high of almost 950 rupees, but after that it corrected a lot and came down to 400 rupees. So anyone who bought at a higher valuation of almost 800-900 rupees, so they might be regretting, but anyone who has bought at this valuations of almost 550 rupees or 600 rupees, so they are currently enjoying a lot. And as we can see over here, there are very high volumes, and one of the main reason was recently government also mentioned that they are going to give PLI schemes in the data center segment, and Anandraj being one of the company is going to benefit because of this news. And just take a look at the volumes in the last 1 month, where it traded almost 34 million or 16 million or 5 million. So it's very crazy. And now let's come to the last company, which is QPower. So QPower is very interesting, which is in the transformer and distribution segment, where they manufacture transformers, different type of electrical components, and they also make towers. And currently with a market cap of 8,000 crores, the PE valuation might look very high of 116, but according to my view, I think this PE valuation might be justified, and one of the main reason is because the energy segment itself is growing at a very higher pace, and we can see that in the data center segment. So this company is quite interesting compared to other companies, and if you want a detailed analysis on this company, write down in the comment section. And just look at their ROC and ROE. So ROC is 26% and ROE is 22% with a PEG ratio of 2. So this might be high, but the way people are expecting the growth from this company, I think this might be justified. Next, if we compare the ratios with other players in this segment, so there are some big players like GE Vernova, Siemens Energy, even CG Power. So apart from QPower, according to my view, GE Vernova is one of the best company in this segment. And do you know, GE Vernova is actually one of the client of QPower. And next, if you look at their yearly financial numbers, so in March 2023, they had a revenue of 253 crores and now currently it's 452 crores with EBITDA margins increasing from 13% to 16% in the last 2 years. And just take a look at their PAT growth. So from 40 crores, now it's currently 100 crores. And according to my view, I think the revenue and PAT itself is going to grow more than 3-4x in the coming future. Next, if you look at their balance sheet, so in March 23, they had a reserves of 112 crores and now currently it's 347 crores with a very negligible debt of 9 crores. And one of the very interesting data point of QPower is the fixed assets, where in March 2023, the fixed asset was only 40 crores, but now currently it is 238 crores. Next, if you look at their cash conversion cycle, so this is one of the drawback of the company, where from 23 days, now it is currently 167 days. And next, if you look at their shareholding pattern, so currently most of the equity is with the promoters, which is 74%. And in the DIS, Bank of India had 1.7% stake in the company, but they have increased it to 3%. And now let's look at the technical part. So it got listed at almost 420 rupees, and since May 2025, we can see from 400 rupees, now it came to 1000 rupees. So the stock has more than doubled in the last 4 months. And according to my view, I think this momentum is going to continue in the coming future. So thank you for watching this video. If you want any detailed analysis on the companies we have discussed here, write down in the comment section, and see you in the next video.